Hey, hey, hey. Love this song. Mm, 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 mm. All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to, that's the Biz Saturdays, where we answer your questions and talk about all things business in this industry, right? Um, We are just starting off the year, y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is the first Saturday of the year. I am your host, Marla Renee Stewart, here live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and the Gram. And I'm so happy to be here, of course, today. And of course, I am looking forward to answering any questions that you may have for me. If you want to, if you have a particular question that you are inclined to share with me, you can do that by going to qrco.de/successama. That's SEXCESSAMA. And I will be happy to answer those for you. I thought I had a lipstick on my teeth. Using the camera as a mirror. Anyway, hello, Love Coach Sherry. Yes, hello, and happy Saturday to you as well. Thank you for being here, for tuning in. Of course, you can always put your questions in the comments, as always. If you would like to, instead of if you don't want to be anonymous, so you're like, hey, I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm doing the thing. I am happy to have you here and talk about all the things. So, as you know, like I said, the title of this, if you're, Instagram, you can't see it, but the title of this week is understanding, our trade, understanding our business, understanding adult brands, the businesses that we run. So I want people to understand that there's so many different types of these businesses, and a lot of people, tend to get started with maybe selling toys or doing, pleasure parties and things like that. And that's a great start, and usually that kind of leads into like educator or wanting to be an therapist or a counselor or something along those lines. But know that there are so many different types of roads to take in this industry, and sometimes we've heard the stories of teachers going to OF because they're making a ton more money or whatever the case may be, right? So understand, you have to know that, like, there's all sorts of hands-on practices, there's academic pursuits, there's all sorts of different types of way to be in this industry. And you don't have to limit yourself to just one, but you should concentrate on one at the very beginning of your journey. So if you're just starting out, just think about that one thing that you are really holding steady on. So so if we're thinking about all of the different kinds of work, one of them is, S work, right? Just different types of S work. This could mean some kind of companionship or even escorting. It could mean cam work or content creation. I remember this adult film star he was saying, I'm a content creator. And I'm like, well, everybody in the world is a content creator if they're putting something on on TV or on social media or any kind of platform that is monetized in some way, shape, or another, right? So yes, content creation also, helps with engaging audiences through, live streaming or, pre-recorded content that you have. There's also like pro dom or pro sub services, right? So I know a lot of people. I'm working on a book right now. I'm super excited about, and I'm working on another chapter in another book of, I'm a kinkster. So, if you want to think about like professional services in that arena, that is there as well. So those are kind of like different sort of S work opportunities. And of course, those are just a few. There's definitely a lot more, which I will talk about in my class next week. So hopefully you all can make it out to my class next week. If you don't know how to make it out to my class, please make sure you go to pillar.io/one Marla Stewart, the number one, and Marla Stewart. And that way you can sign up for that class to learn more about is this the right fit for you or not. Another aspect of our industry is body work. There's lots of different kinds of body work, right? There's tantric body work. People like to give massages. There's the sexological or any kind of somatic body work. So any kind of those are help, individuals, couples understand their bodies, explore their bodies, maybe overcome any kind of challenges. And so those are just a few types of body work, and it ranges, right? Like even Reiki could be considered, a part of this as well. More of spiritual, but, people often incorporate it in this industry. So that's, important to think about. In addition, there's also education, right? If you're like me, you love to educate, you love to teach, like I'm doing today. Workshops, seminars, covering all sorts of different aspects of the paradigm that we have around health. Online courses, membership programs. So thinking about how to provide, any accessible education to what kind of audience, whatever kind of ideal audience that you have. And then, of course, books, blogs. I know some folks are writing books right now, or even you can do blogs. I really love writing blogs. I think blogs are great. I think you should write blogs if you can. Please check those out when you can. But you can check this out on my blog, right? marlarenestewart.com/blog. But again, workshops, seminars, online courses, membership programs, books, blogs are all part of that education realm, right? And we have to think about too, education focused, entrepreneurs tend to collaborate with like schools, community organizations, nonprofits, in, digital platforms, even, those toy shops, right? Adult toy shops, you can collaborate with as well. And then there's also coaching. So there's relationship coaching, intimacy coaching, and really coaches tend to blend sort of knowledge from all sorts, right? Like psychology, communication, wellness, all of those things. And so intimacy and relationship coaching, like I said, you can even do BDSM or kink coaching, even confidence coaching, right? So thinking about how to empower people who have, maybe lower self-esteem or want to build their self-esteem up for whatever reason, right? So those are the different types of coaching. Okay, Love Coach Sherry says, I'm struggling to find one niche to focus on. Yes, I'm curious about a lot of the different things in this work. Erica B is my name. Okay, Erica. Love Coach Erica. Gotcha. I just put it all together. I'm like, Love Coach Sherry. My bad. Hey, Erica. So can I drop the link for my class in the chat? Absolutely. You can, let me drop that really quickly so you can have that class. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to click on it. But you can always go to, you can DM me for the direct link, or you can go to my bio, and this website has all the classes there for you. So please, yes, check that out. Okay, Erica. So, when you're for the class, yeah, we're gonna talk about how to know which one is your niche. And so this class will probably be really, really great for you because you want to choose the right path, you want to get on the right path, and you don't want to be lost, right? You really want to make sure you're doing the things you need to do to go where you need to go. And so then there's also therapy and counseling, right? So if you want to do therapy, you you provide mental health support, you address issues such as trauma, relationship challenges, identity exploration, all of those things. And so you could do as therapy, you could do couples counseling or relationship counseling. There's also trauma informed therapy, right? So if there's any kind of trauma that you've dealt with, you can go this route. Now, when you go this route, of course, that means you have to have some advanced degrees, some certifications, and you also really have to adhere to strict ethical guidelines. So understand it might not be a great fit for you if you're like, okay, the ethics of this maybe not. There certain things you're not allowed to do. And even some therapists who have become coaches or who have, want to get into body work, they've had to have like two separate websites to really distinguish themselves, to say like, hey, this is my body work stuff. And then, hey, this is my therapist stuff. And so having to have sort of those two kinds of worlds is something that you might need to think about if you want to go into this, a little bit further. And so, in addition, there's also research. I started off doing research. Research was my jam because I love science and I love research. So I'm like, what are the facts? What do they say? What do the things say? How can I do research to get the voices of Black and Brown people talking about, these things, right? So, for those of us who have the passion for the academic inquiry, research on human sexuality, body of knowledge, just thinking about even public policy, education, healthcare, all of those things. I studied like HIV and public health in my background, in my research background, along with all of these different aspects of sexual health. So there's different sexual health studies. So you can, investigate topics like STI prevention or dysfunction, right? Or pleasure. Then there's like cultural social research, right? Like, which is basically how sexuality intersects with race, gender, power dynamics, class, all of these different things. So the sort of the intersectionality around sexuality. And then there's, kink, of course, alternative lifestyle, so non-normative, non-monogamy, any of those things. Ways to reduce stigma, foster inclusivity, all of those things. So my master's thesis was pretty monumental in the scene. It's been cited so many times because it was one of the first to talk about relationship modalities and non-normative modalities within Black folks. And so just thinking about these things, if you want to go into this realm as an entrepreneur, that means you might work with universities. Like I've done research with Widener University. I was contracted with them. You might maybe do research with some think tanks or any kind of independent organizations. I've done some work with independent organizations in Atlanta, producing evaluation research, all sorts of things like that. And so those are kind of like the main focuses, right? So we have S work opportunities, body work, education, coaching, therapy and counseling, and research, right? All in those fields. So you really have to think about what is it that you want to do. I mean, and there's even and I didn't even mention here, but there's also, the retail aspect of it too. So just know that when you are trying to build a successful business in this industry, one, you have to understand your niche. And that is what my class is for. You've got to understand your niche. You got to know, hey, where do I want to go? How do I fit in to this industry? Where should I go? Invest in your branding. So, get that Canva, create a professional, approachable image that reflects your values, your expertise. What does it show to the people, right? You also want to stay compliant. Okay, so thinking about the legal and ethical considerations in your work as an entrepreneur. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to get into therapy, because of those ethical considerations, right? I'm like, I think coaching and education is the way to go for me. And in that way, I've also been able to implement sort of the clinical aspect of therapy and counseling. Then there's also educate yourself, right? So learning, constant learning. I'm constantly going to classes. I'm constantly learning about stuff. Get those certifications if you think those certifications are going to help you. Go to workshops, go to industry events, networking events. All of these different things are going to help you educate yourself on how to be a better entrepreneur. And then, of course, at the very least, the very least, maybe, leverage your digital platforms, y'all. So this does mean social media and all those sorts of aspects of the platforms, and thinking about how you want to leverage yourself. Social media is a website, email marketing, how to really nurture your audience. So those are just a few of things that you want to do. You said, okay, Erica, I said interested in both education and coaching. Yes. Can you combine the two? Absolutely. You can definitely combine the two. That's what I have done. I have done education really helps with marketing and whatnot. And the coaching is the thing that, where I get private clients, my membership and things like that. So I just answered my question. I can do both. Yes, you can definitely combine the two. And like I said, sometimes it's easier to start with one, because like I said, I was in research, full throttle research. I was like, okay, I did the research, doing the things. And so focus on one first. And then it's sort of like when you focus on one, then you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Then you can focus on the next, right? So sorry about my moving camera. I get really excited, so I need my camera to follow me. So anyway, just know that have a really hardcore grip on the one you have first, and that way you can move into those other things. So my first was research. Now that I have a handle on research, I'm still publishing, I'm still collaborating with people to publish. So it's always going to be in my wheelhouse, where somebody like, hey, I want to do a research project. I always have that technical background for it, right? And then there's also, so the education piece, right, that came, and then the coaching piece, right, came after the education. So all of these things are working, dialogically together to form sort of your business. But again, starting with that one thing is best. So yeah. So Duchess, you said I started on poetry and added on copywriting. Awesome. That's amazing, right? Exactly. Poetry, you got that in the bag. So now that you got poetry in the bag, now you can do copywriting. Now you can be expert on copywriting. And now you can just basically, you're like, I feel like it's education hoarding, Then we know all the things, we can get all the things done, and then we're good. We're good, feeling great, looking great. All right, y'all. Just know that, our industry, your business, our businesses, they're not just about profit, right? They really are about creating spaces for education, for healing, for empowerment, even for entertainment, for growth, right? So by choosing a modality that aligns with your skills, your passions, you can build a business that not only thrives, but also makes a meaningful impact on your audience and clients. So, whether you're drawn to body work, or you're like, I love research, I want to do more research, or if you just love the connection of coaching and getting that one-on-one, just know there is a place for you. So embrace your journey, let the work contribute to a more informed, inclusive, and of course, pleasure positive world. We want a world full of joy, y'all. That's why I don't watch the news. People be delivering bad news to me every day. I'm like, what? I don't need to watch the news. I hear all the bad news often. We hear it often. So minimize it. Okay. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Just to let you all know, I know you might have seen the scrolling thing on the bottom, but just if you have not, if you're still not sure of applying to my program, there's a couple things you can do. One, you can take these classes, right? So I'm going to be having at least 2 to 3 classes a month. And so this month we have Meta-Proof Your Marketing, Sustainable Social Media Strategies. That's coming up on the 7th. On the 8th, I have Exploring Your Path, Choosing the Right Adult Business. And then for the on the 29th, I'm going to be talking about crafting an impactful business plan, right? Your roadmap to success. So really thinking about your business plan, if and how you want to pursue. So thinking about all these different kinds of classes, I want you to really, start thinking about your business more and more and more and how effective you can be. So I have all of these amazing classes that are up. Please make sure you check them out. You can go to pillar.io/1 Marla Stewart. And I'm happy to answer any questions if you want to DM me. And what else do I have? If you haven't gotten your free social media cheat sheet, please make sure you do that. qrco.de/5 solutions. Easy breezy sheet. And then if you want to go to the Meta-Proof marketing strategies, that's the class that you really want to go to. Because, I tell people, Meta is making money from us. We should make money from it. You know what I mean? And so let's do that. And also, I have a bookkeeping system that's going to be coming out soon. Please get on the wait list for that. It'll help you with your finances. All you have to do by the end of the year, you can just be like, oh, I'm done. Hand it off to your tax professional or do it yourself via H&R Block or whatever. I'm not promoting for them or anything, but whatever your tax, whatever your tax people are, if you want to do it yourself, or give that to your CPA. Super, super easy. I love it. It makes your finances simple, efficient, stress-free. Some of us hate to work on our finances, but this makes it so much easier. And I'm really just here to make sure your life is easier than what I've had to do for the past 15 years of being in this business. So, without further ado, I think that is it for today, y'all. So again, just reflecting, if you are in this industry, just know that you can do all the things. And come to my class if you're not sure how you want to get in or if it's a good fit for you. We can talk about it and go through it. So I would love to have you join in on that. All right, y'all. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I don't think I had any more questions. Let me just look one more time. Let me just look. Let me look. I know I should have did this ahead of time, but I had to get the child situated and all the things. So I am just now looking. All right. Doesn't look like I have any more questions. So again, please make sure you check out that, get on the wait list for that bookkeeping system. Check out my classes. And I think that's it. All right, y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Erica says, thank you so much for the information. I'll be checking out your website. Awesome. Thank you. Please check it out. Please check out the system. And come to the classes. If you're like, oh, I'm not sure, come to the classes, check it out, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Y'all have been amazing. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have fun, and bye. Let me go ahead here.